So,
Sorry.
are you doing it right, Perthros?
Alright. The incantation, before you tell them what it says, you also read to yourself the incantation so that you know what is going on here. And it says, "O great Vorago, we wish to speak with you, and should it be, we are prepared to die."
Oh, god damn it. This isn't gonna go well, is it? Oh, not like we have a fucking choice. Let's go and get this shit done.
They won't let us leave anyway, from what they said.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys can also read the instructions. They are in common now. And they're scrawled on the one goddamn walls.
No, they're not. It's just on the parchment.
So throw the helmet over there. Throw the handed there. And I think I can get it from there. By the way, be prepared to be in front of a demon. Devil thing. I don't fucking know anymore.
And let's try to talk before we swing at it.
So you put the thanes into the thanes and you read the thane?
Yeah.
Before we do that, girls, can you hold on for just a moment? I'm gonna lure the rats out here. Lay a pile of rations.
Throw the rat into the goddamn bench.
Apparently. So that way they kind of stay there. And then I'm gonna come over here. Unless you override that, Marcus.
No, you can have the rats hanging out.
But
Not
the question
with
is,
you.
do you
I don't
close
want
that
them
door?
sucked in. Especially if we're meeting a demon that wants to kill us.
But the question is, do
Potentially.
you close that door?
Did you close the door, Tate?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's get this train wreck moving. What's a train?
What's a train?
I don't know, I think I heard Gnome say it once, though.
Probably. Alright, so you throw the items in the fire. You read the incantation. And the spot that you are standing on, that mosaic converts from a sun into what looks like a hellish image. Still a mosaic. But then all of a sudden, it opens up like some sort of weird fire portal. Tendrils come out, grab you, grab everyone in the party. You can try to dodge if you want. Does anyone wish to try and dodge this?
Nope, going along with it.
I'll try the dodge for the hell of it.
Alright, roll a reflex.
Perthros is uncomfortable, but he does not fight it.
I would like to.
Roll a reflex.
Oh, I rolled a lot higher than I thought it would.
What'd you get?
22.
Tate?
23.
Alright, you guys both dodged the first tendril.
I got a 21.
Alright, you also dodged the tendril. And then 10 per person for you three come out and just completely envelop around you. The other two, it's just around your waist, being more or less pleasant, not really capture-y, and drags you into the portal.
Marcus, I'm confused. How are the 10 around me? But a very tight space.
Because they're not technically a physical object, so they can squeeze between the wall and you.
Fair enough.
Right. As far as how, like, leg, arm, body. So there's 5, and then the rest of them kind of making a cocoon around you.
Some of them go into unsavory places that we can't talk about.
No, there's no tentacle hentai. If someone's gonna draw
Lewd,
that and
but
give that to
approve.
you, that's all your own, but...
Where has our fanfic writer been?
I think he's busy with, like, school shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it grabs you and pulls you in, and you go past a bunch of fire, what appears to be people burning, some weird-looking entities, and then you go through another portal, or it throws you through another portal, and you seem to be falling a bit, and you see some other weird shit. And then you go through another portal, and you appear to be in some sort of unlit cave before falling into a thing of water. That definitely is not deep enough to save you, but does.
Is it Jello?
More
No,
Minecraft.
it's water, but it's kind of like you just fall into it as if you had fallen only 5 feet. When really you know you fell much farther than 5 feet.
Let it be known for the record, Avina tried to dodge tentacles and then got surrounded by more. That's for Teflon's record.
Anyway, though, this cave is unlit. You can't see. There is no source of light.
I try and pull out my lantern to see if this is the same kind of darkness.
Can I see my hands?
One minute. Okay, sorry. Even you guys with dark vision, you can't see.
Magic darkness. Didn't you
So
put
it's like,
sketch of something like this before, Berthros?
It's like a cave that is dark, so even someone with dark vision would be unsettled. But yeah, there must be a darkness cast upon it. There is a sort of light coming out of the water, though. So you can see that there's grass around you, and you can see the stone path leading away. But that's as far as you can see. So 15 feet out from the water.
This was the same kind of darkness I experienced at the one place where I got all the stuff.
Nope, this is a different kind of darkness.
Ooh.
Because that darkness, light still existed, just nothing had light. Except for you and a couple other things.
Be very careful and I guess walk in a straight line.
If you have a lantern or something, you can light it, and it does make a light. As if the magical darkness doesn't function the way it normally would. Maybe it's a living darkness that doesn't like light. You said you lit your lantern, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. If you have a light source, you create a light source. But yeah, the darkness is unsettling, because if it was a magical darkness, your torch shouldn't work. Or lantern shouldn't work. But it is.
Hey, the clock on my wall's correct now.
So you continue to move forward. You can go a bit more than just a couple squares. It seems to be closing in at this point.
Wait, the darkness?
No, the walls. You can now see there are clearly defined walls. How far does your thing go forward?
Should be about 20 feet total.
30. It's 30 feet of bright and 30 feet of dim.
Okay, keep going. Once you get to, well, one more square back, but we can have you go there. It's going from a normal cave appearance on the, well, kind of everywhere, to now death. You can see skeletal pieces.
I think we're about at his place of home, I guess.
Most of it at this point, though, has sunken into the ground.
Be careful where you walk. There might be a skeleton or two.
You can go all the way up to the altar. As you get a certain ways, you see there's an altar, and at this point, put yourself where you want to be, if you want to stay in a line, or if like someone else wants to get closer to the altar or not. Provide backup to Tucson, so to say.
I see your backup and raise you literal backup. I'm right behind Tucson.
Tate, you
Watching
put
his back.
yourself in between pieces. You're not on a piece.
I can't
square.
tell because the black lines are like they can't.
I can see them very, very, very clearly defined.
Yeah, I see them easy enough.
And they're not actually black, they are a dark gray.
I can't tell because
You're
somebody
talking about the
messed with my
squares?
lights again.
Talking about the squares. That's not gray, that's brown.
The grid lines are gray.
I can't see the grid lines on those. I don't need them.
Oh, on the table.
Now I can see it.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about on the pieces. Okay, anyway, so yeah, you get up to the altar, and then you just hear, ah, yes. Do you have the map? I know you have the map. Put the map on the table. Summon my realm. You remember you found a map earlier that had a lot of symbols on it and had a location that did not make any sense to you inside of that room that you found the rats. be specific, this map. Do you put the map on the thing? Noah?
Sorry, I'm a little preoccupied. What was that?
The entity told you to put the map that you found inside of that one room onto the altar.
I'd do it.
This is gonna take a second.
I hope these aren't all Baylors.
He said a second. It's been 3. It's been 10. It's
Yeah,
been
give me a bit.
I can't give you bits. You're not an affiliate on Twitch. Oh, what's up, bud, Marcus? What was road map?
It won't let me just fucking shrink them all in one go. Stupid.
Are they all just going ooga chaka, ooga chaka?
Well, you would wish.
If I hold out the key.
Dance off. That's what you need to do.
Alright, we're not going to bother right now with naming them all, but surrounding you at this point now, you see on the wall, hanging on the walls, are an entity called chokers. Weird man-like creatures with long hands that like to reach down from the ceiling. Floating in the air are imps, cloakers, and dark mantles, just kind of floating around, flying around, and so forth. Coming out of the lava that surrounds you from your little platform, you see hellhounds and magmen. So, demon devil dogs and essentially the human race, more or less, but from the fire plane. They're not humans at all, but that's the way to think of them. They're the humanoid race of the fire plane. And you see all these things, and then in front of you, you see, just rising up out of the lava from kind of almost more evil-looking spot, you can see 2 bone devils. And then a Aeneas, basically a devil woman. She's clearly a devil, but extremely attractive. And then rising up and behind them, their obvious leader that more than likely summoned them himself is a pit fiend. And he has a big old smile on his face looking at you. Does anyone do anything? As you are surrounded by aberrations, the undead, demons, devils.
I don't know. Is my mage armor still up?
No.
I don't think your mage armor's gonna help.
I cast mage armor.
At this exact moment is when your mage armor just kind of goes.
I'm just gonna be like, give me a sec, and then put it back up.
Okay.
In Abyss, I'll say, so, you wanted us here? What now?
Well, now you get to pass a test. We get to see if you're even worthy of being worthy adversaries for our realm. Or if you are food.
With him saying the word food, I will take out some turtle rations and eat them.
Now I will give you a fair chance. I have 3 challenges you can face off against. And it's your pick. Choose your fate. Choose your killers. I mean opponents. Option 1.
Pick your poison.
You can face off against my amazing original team that almost stood a chance against us. A white and a minotaur zombie. Option 2. A Otiago?
OTO.
OTO? Or 3. The Borgast and its follower, a Yethhound. It's your pick. What would you like to face off against? Entertain us. And if you die, at least make it funny.
I can make a comment about me eating shell rations.
Oh,
No, he sees it, but he makes no comment.
which one was the team that almost beat them?
He said the white and minotaur zombie, which means whatever those two... Obviously, one was probably a minotaur. But at some point in time in the past, they must have been living creatures that showed up here and faced off. I'm actually going to move them farther away there, Tate.
I know. I'm slowly moving them with you.
No, they're not moving around.
I say we go for the white Minotaur.
I don't know what those other things are.
Would I know in character?
Roll me Knowledge Arcana.
I mean, out of character, I know what an OTO is. In character, it's like... No, I do not. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I'm telling you, you need to delete that dice, replace it.
10.
It's gone full feral.
Tate, I think we have removed his dice and replaced them.
Not that one. That one's gone feral.
Yeah, you have no idea what an OTO is.
Okay. Or the Barghast and... I was about to say the totally wrong thing. And the fucking whatever it is hound. Yeth hound?
Yeth? Nope. You have no idea what any of those things are. Do you want to bring that up to him?
Sure. So... The white and the Minotaur zombie are pretty self-explanatory, but I've never even heard the names of the other things.
He gets a very big smile on his face, showing his rather terrifying teeth. I see. And you feel this is my problem? That I need to give you something fair?
Well, it's more that I figured it wouldn't be very entertaining if we died due to a lack of information.
Roll me, diplomacy. I was gonna say persuasion again. Or, no, yeah, diplomacy.
22.
Bluff may have also worked, maybe?
In
Yeah.
which case, it still would have been a 22.
Damn abilities having the same fucking modifier. Or damn skills.
Well, it's funny too because I'm trained in bluff. I'm not trained in diplomacy, but for some reason, but because I'm a half elf, I get a +2 miscellaneous modifier to my diplomacy. And I have
And
2
you
ranks
also
in
use
bluff.
Diplomacy untrained, so.
Yeah.
To your own disbelief, you actually convince a very powerful devil. Fair enough point. I shall show them to you. And then, more or less, coming out of the lava inside of some sort of bubble, you can see the 3 different types of things.
Avina,
The white, I mean, just think of kind of like Game of Thrones. It's some sort of crazy looking zombie motherfucker. And a Minotaur zombie is a Minotaur zombie. A Otigo. Otio. Think of an egg for the body, okay? The shape. But make it flush.
It's a beholder, but instead of an eye, it's a mouth.
Right. It's a beholder
Hey.
with legs and no eyes, but rather mouths, and it has 3 tentacles coming off of it that have spikes at the end.
And the Barghast and the Yethhound.
The Yethhound, think of a weird looking evil dog.
Bad thing about D&D and fucking enemy
Sorry
names.
there.
They're weirdly fucking spelled.
Yeah, the Yethhound, it is tall. Like, your height tall. But it looks like some sort of weird, almost dog or cat-like creature. And the other part of it, which is the Berghest, it kind of looks like what you would get if you fused a wolf and a troll or goblin and then made it big. Like, it's got straight up hands for its 2 front feet, but it also walks on all 4s.
That is an image of a Barghest from Pathfinder.
it's a troll puppy.
Kinda.
It's like a goblin with lycanthropy, but bigger.
Kinda, yeah. So now that you see them, he goes, so, now that you have seen them, whom would you like to face off against?
Are we supposed to be
Now-
locked down, by the way?
Are you what?
Are we supposed to be locked, our models?
No.
Okay.
I locked them
So,
all.
thank you. So, what are we thinking?
I choose
Now-
group 1.
Whichever one he said almost beat them.
That was group 1.
Oh, it's also in group 1 then.
Now, wait just a second. What do you mean, rivals of your realm? Why us? And why,
Because
for that instance?
Octominos picked you. And since he picked you,
Uh,
and he's on vacation, that means that you must be his protege. But obviously, if you can't pass this little test, you weren't worth it. And
Damn clauses.
your realm, your material plane, wouldn't be worth ruling. Instead, it would be worth just using as a food source.
Damn clauses.
To be fair, I think less protege, more plaything. But I see what you're getting at.
Do you know the...
Oh, I would call you his protege. I would call
you know
you
Succubus?
his replacements, considering almost every other guild in your absence has been dispersing without him. You're the only one he actually took favor and helped build up. The rest of them just are their own. You could say at this point, you are the guilds now.
I have questions, but I will save those for later.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask about the
Ready.
crazy succubus lady. Maybe he knows her.
Oh, you're talking about the one that came
Succubi-
out of the pendant.
Succubi are demons, thank you, and we are devils. We are not like them, we are lawful. We follow rules. Just because we might do things differently than you doesn't mean we don't have our obediences. See, whereas I am testing you and will give you great reward if you succeed, other than the reward of being able to be the ones to face off against me yourself one day, which should be a reward itself. But a devil is different than a demon, because the demons, they probably would have just gained up on you and killed you here and now and said, fuck it. They have no class. Such
Well,
barbarians.
I do say you do have cute hell puppies down here.
Thank you. Would you like to pet one?
No thanks. I'm not immune to fire.
He just kind of gets a big ol' smile, even more, makes a kind of snort, and as he does so, some fire comes out of his nose.
I mean, we need to... I know you want to fight the strongest group, but... I really don't want my fur singed.
I chose group 1, Tate. You know what group 1 entailed?
I know, the group that almost beat them.
It was also two things that weren't lit on fire.
True.
Or an OTO, which, out of player knowledge, is fucking ridiculous.
An Otio, which is the Plague Bringer.
Oh god.
You see your negative strength stuff? How about times 3?
Yeah, they're pretty OP.
Yeah, I know.
Plus, when Susan heard him say he wanted entertainment, it was like, huh, almost beat them. Okay, let's entertain.
never said that you winning would be the entertainment. He just wants to be entertained. Your life technically is meaningless to him. That's why I said if you're going to die, make sure it's entertaining or fun.
I'm still thinking Noah dance off. I'm voting Group 1, by the way.
Group 1 it is.
And Perthros, since he is, she's gonna whisper to him, since he is kind of saying that he is at least law, I don't think we should use wand or dice.
I don't use those when I don't need to, so...
He pipes up, you can use anything you want. Go ahead and use the wander dice. Just keep in mind, their effects may not be quite the same inside of... Well, let's just say you're not exactly in your material plane. And yes, I heard you.
I mean, this is your domain,
That's
so I'm not
rude.
surprised.
I suppose it is. It wouldn't be rude then.
I like to imagine Perthros didn't actually say that to him. It was just more whispered again.
So have you made a decision?
Yes, Group 1.
The Bone Demons and Irenaeus, however the fuck you pronounce it, travel over towards you. They get up to you. She sultry pulls out a contract and holds it out to you, as well as a quill that has nothing on it. This is the contract that says that should you die, it is not in our fault, and anyone that comes to avenge you shall be completely and utterly destroyed because they are breaking contract that you are willfully partaking against Group 1 and not 2 and 3. This also says that should you win by some insane chance, that Mr. The fuck name did I give him? Voragu? Voragu. Mr.
Vagoo!
Mr. Varago, that's what it was. Mr. Varago will help you once. With limitations, of course.
Can we also pet a hell puppy? With immunity to fire. That is out of character. I did not actually say that. I just like hellhounds. They're adorable. They have that same cute level that I think, like, Zerglings do. Because Zerglings are cute and I want to pet a Zergling.
I signed the contract.
Alright,
With what ink?
with what? You hold it and you realize it's bone.
I know
It's
where
not
this
a
is
quill.
going.
You're so silly.
Wait, is
A
the bone
bodily
sharp?
fluid of some sort.
Yeah, it's sharp.
I'll stab it into my vein a little. Enough to get blood to sign.
Vein. I mean your hand.
Alright, you stab yourself just enough for a little blood. You sign your name. She smiles, and they just travel back. And then the pit fiend goes, I will give you a few minutes to set yourself up. By all means, do what you need. Get yourself stronger, set up a trap, In the end, get ready.
So I'm immediately gonna walk up to you two. Do either of you know how to use a scroll?
I can't.
I mean, I know how to open it and read it. But what do you mean? Use it? No.
Do you want to?
Why?
Because this scroll is gonna do a lot more for you than it will for me.
I'll have to pass. I have plenty of weapons at my side.
I know. This will make you hit harder with them, and it will make you bigger.
Are we talking about the scroll of a large person?
And bull strength.
Sure, I guess, why not?
Would I be able to give him a quick rundown of, this is how you use this stupid thing?
Yeah, it's pretty much just telling them, say this, hold this in front of you, it goes off.
Okay. So you have that now.
You can see that there's different, the devils, among also some of the other entities here, are passing around some sort of odd-looking currency, if you had to assume. They're placing bets.
Yeah.
But it's not everything. Like the Dark Mantles, as an example, are just floating around. If you had to assume, he specifically brought them in to his realm because they aren't native here. He specifically brought them here probably to be some sort of warden, and he's just controlling them. You know, no cheating,
So, to get ready for this, I'm not going to have my sword out, I'm going to have my bolas out.
Okay. Considering it's technically 4 o'clock, I'm having you guys get set up, and then we're gonna write down what you have set up, and that'll be the end of game. So figure out what you want, and then I'll jot it down so that we remember, and that's that. So if you want to end recording, end stream, you can. At this point now, it's just to decide.